Anti-static work boots. What are they and how do they work? Hi guys, it's Kent here, the podiatrist from Ergonx and DocPods, and today we're looking at one of the features in our work boots that's an anti-static work boot. So the reason why we have to make an anti-static work boot is because it helps to earth or prevent buildup of charge in the boot from static friction. So when we have two objects rubbing against each other, like your sock against your boot, or your boot against the ground, or your pants against your boot, or any two things, basically what this does, it separates the electrons in the material that we're rubbing against each other, and they actually separate, and there becomes a charge differential between the two. It's very similar to if you've ever gotten out of your car and touched the windowsill and you've had a static charge in your body from rubbing on your synthetic shirt rubbing against the seat, or something similar to that, or maybe your feet on the carpet of the car. When you touch the car door, that earths, and you'll actually, if you get close enough, you can actually see a little spark go from your finger to the car. So what we're trying to prevent is the buildup of static in your body, in your boots, or in your person from any sort of frictional activities that you may be carrying on. So how we do this is we earth the boot to the ground, and it lets this charge that's building up from the static friction of you rubbing on the seat, on your clothes, on your socks, on your boots, lets that earth down into the ground, and so we don't get that one-off discharge event. The reason this is important is because we have lots of patients, lots of customers that work in airport refueling, vehicle maintenance at the airport, and they need to have anti-static boots because even a small spark can spark a really volatile fuel, and then we'll get an explosion, or at least a fire. It's also very important to have anti-static work boots in situations where we're working with very, very fine powders, like wheat flour. That can be combustible. If we have the right density of the wheat flour in the air and we have a spark, it can go off very much like fuel does. So an anti-static work boot is we're working with very fine particles or fuel particles, or even on tarmac or anything that's combustible. It's really important to have the anti-static feature in your work boots so you don't build up charge and then discharge and cause a fire or an explosion. And to tell if our boots are anti-static, you can actually remove the insole. So you can see on this one, this is the Ergonx Ultra Soft. It's got the little anti-static sections on the front. So this is where your foot will contact the insole. This will earth through to the anti-static pour-on section in the front. And then this further touches on, there's an anti-static pad in the, I'm not sure whether you can actually see it. There's an anti-static pad on the front of the work boot. We'll see if we can get right down in there and see it. No, we're just going to miss it. There it is. You can see the little black section right down in the front. That's an anti-static pad that will help to earth the insole to the boot, and then the boot's earth to the ground. So that will help the balance out the electrons in your body so that we don't get a discharge and a spark to jump when there's too much buildup in your body. So that is the features of the Ergonx elements, and that's the Ergonx helium work boot. This is the all black version, and why we use an anti-static insole and an anti-static work boot in some workplaces. I hope this helps. If you have any questions or if I've missed anything, please comment below and I'll be happy to have a chat. Thanks.